All right, this module is about finding the deal. We're going to walk you through where the deals come from, how to locate the deals, and as we're going through this module, it's a short module. We don't overcomplicate it, because one thing that Sagar and I have realized when we started this company is there's one place that provides ready, willing, and able sellers that you know are ready to sell today. Don't recreate the wheel, and we'll show you how to do that. All right, we're going to talk about on-market deals, not off-market deals, but I'm going to mention off-market deals. Why is off-market deals attractive? Because you can make a greater spread. Flat out, you can. What's required to get off-market deals? Well, you can leverage other people, or you'll see these training modules on wholesaling and not requiring money out of pocket, which is a little bit misleading, because wholesaling requires marketing, it requires time, it requires a lot of discipline, significant amount of effort, and it's tough to have these informed, educated conversations with sellers who are in distressed circumstances that don't want to talk to you. In fact, they don't want to talk to anybody, because who would if you're in pre-foreclosure, or if you lost your parent and the property's going to probate? It's a very difficult conversation to have. We stick with what we know, and that's on market. And why do we like on market? These people, these sellers, have signed an exclusive right to sell listing agreement with a real estate agent, indicating that they are ready and willing to sell today, right? These are leads that we know they're ready to sell. They just need a buyer. We might not be the right buyer for some of them, but for others, for 30 in the past 12 months, we were the right buyers, and you can be too, okay? Couple things to point out. When you're on the MLS, so the MLS is a multiple listing service platform. Real estate agents have access to it. You need to pay for this platform. If you're not a licensed real estate agent, you don't have access to this platform. But real estate agents can send you all the opportunities on the MLS. They can send you comps on the MLS. This is a really good resource. It's where all of the on-market opportunities come from. From the MLS, it's then distributed to third-party platforms like your Zillows, your Realtor.coms, your Trulias. There's a lapse, right? So when a property gets listed on the MLS, it takes 3 to 5 days to really output to these third-party platforms, simply because of a lag in the API integrations. MLS is your best friend. Make sure that you have a real estate agent. If they don't have the MLS, you probably shouldn't be working with them, quite frankly. But make sure that you have a real estate agent that's competent with utilizing the MLS, because there's certain features that the MLS offers that can provide you a increased likelihood to attract somebody that wants your cash offer and that wants a fast close, right? And the way that you do that is from a keyword search. So within the MLS, you can put keywords that's in the listing service agreement, or in the listing notes. Distressed property, fixer-upper, needs work, handyman special, renovation, all of these terms you can input in the keyword search, and it will populate all the properties that have these keywords, which is inviting you guys to make an offer regardless of what the offer is. These are people that are ready to sell today based off of the keyword searches and the listing agreement that they signed with a real estate professional, okay? We have an automatic filter set up for this within the entire state of Connecticut. So every time that a property lists with keywords such as the in this slide, we get notified. We underwrite the property. Our team underwrites the property. We submit an offer. We don't miss it. We try to be the first ones to the punch, because speed can kill deals. The faster you are at closing, the faster you are at submitting an offer, the more likelihood you are to win. So keep that in mind. When you're on the MLS, or your agent's on the MLS, set a search for days on market, 45 days or greater. Why do we do that? If a property is sitting in a seller's market, specifically, if a property is sitting 45 days, 60 days or greater, well, the market is dictating what their home is worth. And the market is saying your home is not worth what your perception is made out to believe. right? Because the market's showing that. Nobody's offered on the property. Maybe it fell out of contract, but it probably fell out of contract because buyers' inability to fulfill on the mortgage, or more than likely, the inspection failed. And if the inspection failed, the inspection means that the homeowner is more than likely required to fix or resolve these problems or issue a seller credit, right? If they don't want to do that, well then they're going to put the property back on the market. The longer a property sits on the market, the greater leverage a buyer has to come in to get a property at a discount, right? The faster the property is off the market or under contract, the more leverage the seller has because it was under contract like that, right? So pay attention to days on market. The greater days on market, the more leverage you have as a buyer, the more discount you can look for as a buyer. Still underwrite with the numbers if the numbers make sense. Don't try to get a steal. Hit your doubles, hit your singles, hit your triples. It's all about getting the ball rolling. Make sure the numbers make sense. Make sure you do your due diligence. When you get it under contract, make sure you walk it. Make sure you take key notes. Make sure you have your contractor come in. Make sure you have your real estate agent gather all necessary and pertinent information to make sure that your decision is informed and educated and calculated. And you should be all set. FSBOs, for sale by owner. Who wants to pay a real estate agent 5%? Right? 5% on $500,000 is a lot of money. So a lot of times, sometimes I'll say, owners will list their property on Zillow or Realtor.com, Trulia, to try to attract buyers. Sometimes they're willing to offer an agent a buyer commission, 2.5%, right? Still a lot of money. Most of the times they don't want to. If they are willing to do that, okay. FSBOs, call the owner, see what their bottom number is, right? If the days on market are longer, use that as your leverage. Try to go out and see the property. See if they'll entertain a cash offer. FSBOs can be a good source to get properties at a decent discount. All depends on the motivations from the seller. So ensure that you gather that information, know what their pain points are, and try to provide a solution to those pain points, right? It could be that they're looking to relocate. It could be that they got a divorce. It could be that things are falling apart in the property. Whatever it is, identify the pain points and then try to provide a solution for those pain points. Off-market deal flow. So the easiest way to do this is to leverage other people. Delegate and elevate, right? To find off-market deals, wholesalers, real estate attorneys, real estate agents, inspectors, driving for dollars, they're all good ways to find off-market deals while not spending too much time on finding off-market deals. Wholesalers, for example, tons of training programs out there. If you've been searching fix and flip or real estate, you've probably gotten an ad on Facebook or Instagram about wholesaler courses, which you can easily take. It requires capital. Marketing budgets. It requires a lot of time. Cold calling distressed owners is not fun. Be ready and prepared to get you on the phone, right? They're distressed. They're in shitty situations. So being a wholesaler, I give credit to them, the good wholesalers out there, because it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of perseverance because you got to be able to take no. And it's a great way to make a lot of money with a lot of effort. Stick to on-market. Leverage wholesalers to provide you off-market deals. If the numbers make sense, move on it. If it doesn't, move on. Real estate attorneys. Why are real estate attorneys great at providing off-market deals? We've closed a couple properties with our real estate attorneys. One was probate, and here's a perfect example. I was working with one of our real estate attorneys. We have 2 or 3 we work with just to not spread ourselves too thin, and we capture more opportunity that way. And again, we're doing greater volume. I bought a property in Milford, and my real estate attorney hit me up and said, hey, I got this probate lead. The property's beat up. They want to sell it fast. They don't want to deal with it. The siblings are fighting. They just want to get rid of it for the right price, obviously. Can you meet me out at the property? No problem. Went to the property, walked through it. True story, kid you not. The walls were yellow everywhere, right? Because the person smoked cigarettes. It was a 1,300 square foot ranch right on the water. I mean, it was a beautiful property, right? I approached the back room. I opened the door, and there was this sweet, like rotted sensation that overwhelmed me. Like got into my eyes. The smell was it was not a pleasant smell. The person's body was decomposing in that room, which caused that smell. Still bought it. That deal we sold 20 days later. We didn't do anything to the project. We didn't inject any capital into the project. All we did was we relisted it. Look at the balloons, very cool. And we made a $70,000 profit in 20 days by an off-market deal. So real estate attorneys do provide value. Leverage them. Ask them about probate. Ask them about pre-foreclosure. Ask them about tax lien. Ask them about distressed sellers. Let them know what you do. Make sure you re-emphasize what you do. If you don't ask, you won't receive. Have the conversations with them. Make sure they're aware that you're in the market to buy properties, and these are the avatars that you look for. Real estate agents will cold call and dial for dollars. They similar to wholesalers, except they're dialing to list it on the market. If they come across a distressed homeowner and the homeowner's looking for a fast sell, they're in a rough situation, they want to move fast, there's a lot of repairs that are needed within the property, this can be a great opportunity for you. Pay the real estate agent a finder's fee, give them the listing, do what's right. They're more inclined to give you more business in the long run if you do that. The analogy I use is when you're teaching a dog to give paw, you give it a treat. If you keep giving the dog the treat, they'll continue to give paw, right? Pay the real estate agent, make sure you give them the back end listing when they do present an offer or an opportunity. Property inspectors, they walk distressed assets. They talk to homeowners because the homeowners are the ones that are paying them. Not often do we get deals from inspectors, but sometimes we do get presented opportunities. Build a relationship, let them know what you do, ask them for any opportunities, be in front of their face, and keep providing value to them. Give them referrals, right? It's important that you continuously provide value throughout these relationships. Driving for dollars is a really good approach. When you buy a property, or you're driving to the grocery store, or you are going to a family party and you pass a property that has overgrown grass and the outside looks don't be afraid to door knock. Knock on the door. Say, hey, I'm in the area. I'm stopping by my mother's house. She's having a family party. I noticed you had some grass overgrown. Is everything okay? I'm in the area. I'm in the community, so I figured I'd just stop by and let them tell their story. Look, I'm sorry that you're in that circumstance. What I do for people like this is I provide a fast and easy exit. Put money in your pocket. I'm flexible with the timeline that which you can move, because I know you have emotional ties to this property. You'd be very surprised to having an empathetic conversation what it can do for you. Okay, so driving for dollars is a good approach. Just be on the lookout for it, right? Everywhere you go.